It's always like this. I went to get my car inspected, I mentioned on a previous video, and this warning light came on, and I was a little worried about that, and they didn't catch it. So I don't know. I didn't say nothing. So that's what I got in the dash. I'll show you in just a minute, and I'll show you which one it is. I looked at it yesterday. I'm really surprised that they missed that. They missed the lamp being burned out on the car, and they missed that this was on the dash, but it only flashes on for a brief period. So I'm going to bring the car around the back. We're going to see what we got to do to get in there and get rid of this light. It's a challenge to keep all the lights off in the dash, isn't it? Let's go down there and look at it. Okay, let's get this light on the dash going here. All right. Let's see. You won't see it long. I know service thing is always something, seatbelt thing. And then there she is. Always saw it for a second there. Okay. Got about every warning light you can dream of there, okay? Okay, there it is. That's what we're going for right there. Try to get one of them off there. Oh, I'm always listening to classical music. So let's pull her around and see which one it is. All right, we're down here and we're getting ready to get started. I have determined what it is. Don't need to start the car. I'll just show you. Maybe we'll do it with a test and everything else. But it's not. This is a turn signal. In some parts of the world, this is called a trafficator. Actually, on TR6s, it says it right on the car. You remember in the old days, they had the ones that popped out and had a lamp on them. You know what those? They're trafficators too, but that was for bicyclists more than anybody. A little low on time, so I got to get going. But what it is it's not. Thank God it's not the headlamps, because those things will kill you. 25,000 volts, and it's not the driving lights. It's the halo lamp around there. I went to take off this bracket, and there ain't no taking that bracket off. I did manage to get the bonnet latch mechanism loose, and I'm going to get some Croydal and I'm going to lubricate those. We probably should change both of these at the same time. Okay, but let's. Now I don't need to take off this cover, but I'm going to just for access. Don't drop that thing in there. My hands are taking a beating, okay, from the tile work and everything else. So there's that cover. Just makes things a little easier to get in there. Don't mess with that yellow and brown wire too much and knock that out of there. That is that quartz halogen driving lamp bulb or whatever it is. Okay, so let's see if we can get. It's gonna be. Let me get a pointer. It's gonna be that thing. Right. Focus. There you go. It's gonna be that right there, I think. Let's see if it's burned out. I might even have some in stock. I don't know. So, gosh, it's gonna be impossible for you to see down in there for it to focus. But I've got the harness off, and you do that just by pushing at the bottom right here. It's so hard to show you. But you just push at the very bottom of that. You see that little rectangular looking thing? You push that and she'll slip down. It is kind of convenient having the cables loose for the bonnet. It gives you a little bit of room to get in there. Golly, this is a hand battering experience. And then that just wiggles out of there. Let's see what it is. And let's see if it's burned out. That looks pretty burned, doesn't it? Oh my God, what is this thing? Oh, jeez. I feel certain. Let's take it up to the meter and make sure that thing's really been reamed out there. That's burnt. So that's all that it is that puts the light on in your dash. So let's get, oh, Fluke's right here, yay! So always check your checking equipment. Let's see, axle turns. I'm working on it. Oh God, what a mess. All right, so did some talking this morning about that. So let's see if let's see, checker, beep, 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 and we're gonna go with it that way. That's just touching this. I can't really do all of this at one time. So that bulb is definitely burned out. Okay, meter off. And let's see what, let's go back here in a little bit more light. And we'll pull this bulb out and take it with. Okay. There's that barber chair. Let's see how this comes out of here. Looks like a bayonet fitting, and it is. Well, let's just slip that in our pocket and we'll get 2 of them. Probably comes in a 2-pack anyway. We're going to leave this little baby right here. Now when you go to put these back in, do not touch them and get skin oil on them, or they will burn. They will blow right out. Is that all it is? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, in my pocket, see? Right there. Alright, let's go. I gotta get things. Got to do things. So I gotta get all this out of here. I guess I better put the latch mechanism back together again. Good idea, eh? And let's get this back in here. And it just line up these things, rotate it, and it'll go click. I don't think I can do this one-handed. If I do, I'll drop it and I'll never see it again. I have to get another one, all that stuff. So just same way it comes out, goes in. It's pretty simple. Okay, and that worked pretty good, putting my lamp down in there like that. See, got all kind of light in there. Okay, just line the 2 pins up at the bottom, and then it ought to just go click, click. All right, so don't drive around with them loose, because if you splash water up in there, you don't want that. I don't think it's a little wet today, but the fender liners are good. No, it's not wet up here. Just clean all this off, lubricate these latches, and put it all back together again. I took all those bolts out for no particular reason. It didn't really serve me to do that. So, all right, there's no metal in this car much. At least on the body, I mean, it's carbon fiber stuff and all that. So, all right, just find a piece of metal and hang it there. LED light. Swinging ain't no good because it's bad enough with the LED light. So let's get all this back together again. I would make a recommendation to you to double check these latch screws here and here. Here's the latch. Here's a little bit of oil. Be careful not to get it up into too much. Don't overdo it. And because I found a couple of these loose, the one down in there was loose. So go to this side and tighten them too. And you don't want it so the bonnet don't come up. That's a bad thing. I had it happen one time on TR4A, and I won't forget that. But I got lucky with the broomstick after taking the grill off and hitting the latch, because the latch for those is up here, because those bonnets open the other way. So make sure everything's clear. That's why I had the white sheet on it, so I could lay parts on it, and hopefully you won't lose them. Okay, so let's turn this off. Okay, and we'll drop her down and we'll go to town. Rhyme every time. Yeah, that's better. It closes better already. Okay, happy with that. All right, let's go. Well, this little scudder ain't something you're going to find generally locally. I had no luck. But it is a 12082. And I've got them on order. The German made kind of Hella. They're coming from you know where. Everybody knows where. So, be a couple of days. Well, see what we got here. Oh, let me get I think I got the old one over here. That looks right. The devil to get these things. I think I had to go right to Wiesbaden. Wiesbaden hot, Wiesbaden cold. Wiesbaden in the pot, 9 days old. So let's see what these look like. I was real careful about ordering these. there they are. Well, that looks like perfection, and it's not all burned out, so good. Got the bulbs here. Let's finish this project up. And all right, key is in the ignition. All right, let's circle on in there. All right, we got the service soon. The passenger, well, that's mine. Oh, there's just what we're trying to get rid of. And I got a handbrake on. I know about the top, the Hall's effect sensor. I know how to park. I don't need to worry about that. And then we got that going for us. And that's what we're going to go after right now. And then you get the accept. I accept. I don't need to continue guidance. I know where I am. Left front parking lamp out. You didn't bitch at me about complain to me about the passenger seat thing. Huh. It does that sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't, but I don't care about the passenger side because I don't sit over there. So it's not a big thing. Alright, let's see if we can get rid of that light. I'm going to do both sides like I said. Hopefully this won't take very long because I got to get going on that axle prep and welding and all that stuff. So it's almost crushingly depressing. I can't see it. It's like swimming through jello here lately. Everything I touch I have to kind of work on. But let's go get rid of this thing. Alright. Don't want to get kneecapped getting out of the old girl here. Oh, I hear music playing. Alright. Ricky, don't lose that number. Okay. So, I'll just get a quick visual here. That always looks crooked to me, but it's not. So, yeah, we're going down in there. And once again, we're going to pull these little caps off. And there's one that just gives me a little extra room. Those cables are in the way a little bit. Okay. So, I see everything down in there. So, let's go get them. And, let me stop the music. Okay, here we are. So, we got to get our gloves on to not touch these, right? Right. And, we're gonna, I don't want to put it there, it's greasy. I don't, generally, that yellow is going to be helpful. So, here is the thing that I got to have. Okay, that's the piece that goes there. And they very simply just push in. Okay. So, this one ought to pull out. Remember that latch is on the bottom, like we saw earlier in the episode. Okay, you're gonna have to trust me on this one. But there it is right there. Yuck. Cleaning axle parts, you gotta have cleanliness. So here we go. I would not put any grease in this at all. And see if I'm in frame. I think I am. That goes there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this baggie as an additional sheath. These are not offset bayonets. These are parallel bayonets, and it's in there, and I haven't touched a thing. Good deal, huh? Can't burn that. That's plastic. Okay, I know air compressor's going. It's cold, and I got things to do. So, all right, let's get this in there, and you can see where it's not in there. Snap your fingers, okay? That's why you have those things. That whole thing is supposed to come out like that. That one, just this part came out. So Huh. Well, let's go over here for a second and do this again. That's more complicated than they need to be, aren't they? Okay, so it says off or open. So apparently that other one, the little melties, didn't work. Look where the heat has gotten to that. If you can see the stovepipe effect there. Well, let me go get the other one. I'm gonna put you back there a little bit. Be right back. I am of the conclusion that the other side does not work this way. So I don't know why, but you can see where it's melted in right there. Well, it don't work that way then. This does not come off here, and this does not come off on the other side. 12 volt, 10 watts. Okay, it tells you right there on it. Okay, well, let's just see if I can get this. I'm just going to work on it. It's just crazy how this stuff is just so complicated. I got that large housing snapped back in there. We're going to be listening for a click. Okay, click, and then there's the electrical part. Click, and that's the old bulb that's still good, so I guess I'll put that in here and maybe one day use it for something. And then I ain't got that one in yet. I think it's just going to be a force fit. So then you get these two little feet lined up here. Le feet. Okay, and click, click. So that, let me stick my hand in there. You take that backing plate off right there, that little tray, and then life is better. It buys you a couple of square millimeters that matter. So let's see about getting this in there. Proper waste receptacle. Okay, let's see if I can do this thing. It actually slid in there and gave me a little click. If I leave that there, I'll never see it again. So it's too much black, too many black things. And they all melt together. Okay, let's see if my left hand is bigger than my right hand apparently. And I got a little click going. Okay, and then I reach down and I grab the connector, and hopefully we'll hear a click. And then we'll get in the car and put her back under the shed. Okay, so she's off to the side there. Okay, ready? I'm ready. Ready? Don't want to force these things. Okay, click. Let me just take a look. It's off to the side more than I can't get. Can I get to it this way? Not a chance. If I get my left hand in there, I ain't ever gonna see how far off it is to the side. It's like at 4 o'clock. Okay. Okay, I got it in there, and another click, and that's the cover. So we ought to be through here. I'm going to move on the premises that we are through. We are through. Okay. Let's see what we get on the dash panel now. Maybe I lost one light. Maybe I'll get that warning about the passenger restraint thing. Let's see. We'll lose one light and get a bunch more. That service lamp is a bunch of junk. I guess if you okay, let's get her started here. Okay, yeah, 26,000. Yeah, right. Okay, passenger convertible. Parking. Nothing about the light though. I accept. There it is. Don't care. Don't ride over there. Any dynamic drive thing? I'm the dynamic driver around these parts. Now we don't. Let's get rid of that, and then we'll go back to the convertible light. Okay, let's turn these on and see if they're on. You want to? I'm on kind of a curve, kind of a good slope here. So there's my side marker. There she is. She's back in the saddle. See that ring right there? A ring of 4 right there. So both running light rings are on both sides, and that running light's working. So everything's cool. She's back where she belongs. I don't look like an idiot going down the road anymore. At least not because of that. Give me a like and subscribe, and we'll call this one done, and we'll get back to that.